let's see what's next. Oh boy. Here we go.
Today is another first, Alex, as we're diving into this new realm here on the channel. Today's the first time we are ever watching a made-for-TV movie.
We're watching It 1990?
No, that would be a miniseries, dumbass. We're watching The Night Stalker. This is from 1972, a little over an hour. I know nothing about it, but it has been highly, highly requested ever since we started the channel, which is surprising because obviously, I mean, I know nothing about this, but this ain't sci-fi. I can pretty much guess that.
Since we started the channel, so someone saw our Book of Boba Fett reaction and went, hey, you guys should check out The Night Stalker.
Exactly.
Right up your alley.
And just through my research, the only thing I know about it is that it did eventually spawn a made-for-TV sequel, as well as a made-for-TV anthology series. And when this debuted back in 1972, it was the most watched TV movie premiere of all time up to that point. So, with all those things being said, we'll probably hate it, but maybe we'll like it.
Blank slate, I know nothing, see nothing, no expectations.
This is the story behind one of the greatest manhunts in history. Judge for yourself its believability.
Who's this, Vegas?
Sunday, May 16th, was standing at the intersection of Casino Center and Fremont Street.
Fremont Street. I've been there.
You've been there? Oh, shit.
It's not like it's just, there's the strip, and then Fremont Street's like a separate little thing a little bit away.
But just mad enough to walk the 8 blocks to her.
Fremont Street's a pretty vintage place. A lot of these places would still be around.
Still looks like that.
Yeah.
Cheryl Hughes, en route to her doom.
I hope this is a detective movie. Like a mystery. That's what I'm assuming.
This is what I assume happens in all big cities at night. Can't walk anywhere.
Was he a werewolf? Vampire?
Mummy. Oh, he's gonna find her.
Oh! Nice. What's that? There's no blood in your utensils after cutting her?
Maybe all the blood was sucked out.
Maybe, yeah. Well, I don't know how it works. An autopsy, is blood dried at that point?
I came into it 2 days later. The story may be apocryphal, but I believe it. The only point I wonder about...
That's a familiar name.
Why don't you ask the coroner?
Oh, thanks. Come on, you're my spy here. Listen, haven't I kept quiet about all those illegal operations you've been performing in closets?
No, all I know is she lost a lot of blood.
Yeah, some spy.
I'm just a poor, hard-working doctor that occasionally takes pity on an aging reporter.
That is the dad from Christmas Story, right?
Yeah, it is. In my head canon, this is what his job was. And when he was done, he went...
Settled down?
Settled down for Christmas, yeah.
In any town the size of Las Vegas, the murder of one young woman hardly causes a ripple. But then the ripple started.
I think this was filmed in Vegas. How much did that cost?
This is definitely filmed in Vegas. You can tell from the...
What took you so long, Kolchak?
I got a flat tire.
Imagine if cops still dressed like this. That'd actually be badass.
Like that helmet.
Not a footprint inside.
Is that physically possible?
If it happened, it's possible.
I find it interesting. He's not even the detective. He's just a reporter. Because isn't that the movie gimmick? Anytime reporters show up, the cops. Oh,
Yeah.
Friday, May 21st, 8:06 a.m. Something of a pattern had started to form.
But I liked how when he showed up, they were like, what took you so long? So obviously he's always there first.
Mm-hmm.
The police, the sheriff boys, they all think they're pretty good. And they don't need you.
You know, you really make me feel wanted.
Meanwhile, I hope it doesn't disillusion you to know that the local law enforcement people go along with your views.
Oh?
Somewhat.
Oh, hi, Marilyn. How are you? Blood?
That's right. Every container in the place.
What about blood type?
Seems blood type and RH factor didn't much matter.
Simple thing to credit, but credit to when they cut back and forth between the phones, the sound, like, changed.
The sound design, you have the music and everything.
Yeah.
Make it seem like it's actually being played in that environment and not just the score.
Right.
God, I would just love to live here. Just a pure desert.
Love to live in the 70s. The dirty 70s.
Yep.
The blood was drained very quickly, some kind of suction device being used. Now, this would explain why no blood was found anywhere in the victims.
Okay. I'm glad they explained it.
A rather interesting point is that we found another substance mixed in with the traces of blood in the throat wounds. Human saliva.
It might be a vampire.
Biting them in the throat for the express purpose of drinking their blood.
Kolchak, now you're here by the mutual suffrage of us all.
It's suffering, Sheriff.
Well, whatever.
There have been cases of people who, through some mental derangement, have come to believe they were vampires.
Well, I don't care what kind of a nut killed these women. But I'll tell you this, he's out there, and I bet he's high on pot or the hard stuff. So we don't want to cause a panic. It's bad for police operations. It's bad for the people.
Reminds me of the mayor. Was it the mayor from Jaws who didn't want to close down the beach?
Yeah.
Some screwball who imagines he's a vampire is loose in Las Vegas.
If there's a screwball running around loose in Las Vegas, his last name begins with a K.
Oh.
No vampire stories. Clear?
Yeah, although he's like, this stays in this room, immediately tries to write a story about vampires.
An interview with the two girl victims in heaven with a celestial choir in the background. The killer's done it again.
Jesus.
Oh, no. Only this time, he was seen.
I like that zoom in there.
Yeah. Oh, this is a classic shot right here, going down the 70s strip. You don't see shots like this anymore.
Nope.
You replace that shot with that shitty drone shot in every movie trailer.
Yeah.
Remember when
Every
drones?
single one.
Remember when drones were cool?
Get me low to the ground. I want to feel like I'm in the city.
Not up. Yeah, not above it.
My best contact in Las Vegas has always been Helen
classic.
O'Brien, chief switchboard operator at the county courthouse. Oh, adorable.
You're a sadist. Bribed again.
Kolchak,
No, Bertie.
how'd you like to see the killer's face?
Someone else. Or no, he
it's
was
him.
able to post it, yeah. I was thinking for a second someone else somehow got it posted before him in the newspaper, but no, it's his story.
Is this the killer right here?
This has got to be. Turn around. Or yeah, everyone's going to start seeing his face.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Johnny Carson.
This is pre-Halloween, too. Oh my God!
Oh, there you go.
Okay, wow.
That's a shot.
Yeah, that's a that's a view.
Get in.
I think it's a setup. Oh!
Oh. Wow, those eyes.
That was the most surprising, creepy shot, I think, that I wasn't expecting.
Kolchak, you are an idiot. Worse, you're irresponsible. All these murders mean to you is a byline.
Oh, jeez.
Well, what the hell difference does it matter what it means to me? The point is that we are suppressing news. We are withholding information.
I don't know, I'm with Kolchak. Release the news.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
The holes in Mary Brandon's neck were airbrushed out before they printed the photographs.
You're gonna get fired again.
Fired again.
Twice in Washington, 3 times in New York, twice in Chicago, or was it twice in Boston? Open it.
Everything you always want to know about vampires, we're afraid to ask.
It's funny, it's similar to a scene where in Christmas Story where they dropped the bowling ball on his lap.
According to the legend, the victim of the vampire will ultimately rise again as the living dead.
Yeah, you know what? I hadn't even thought about that. Because in so many modern vampire things, it's like, oh, you can either turn them or kill them. They've kind of like changed vampire lore. But I feel like it used to just be they all became vampires no matter what.
Yeah.
Oh! Is that him? I'll admit I didn't think we were going to see dude's face.
He's in there.
Oh, no, he's still there.
Oh! Yeah!
I I love how he went right in with the punches.
Look how pale his face is. Oh!
Oh!
Just like a classic Star Trek overhead shot during an action scene. Must be a 70s thing. Yeah! Whoa!
Oh!
Yeah, hell yeah!
Oh, nice.
Holy shit!
I was doing double duty as night editor when the PD squawk box went crazy about a wild brawl at the Old Town Hospital.
I was just about to say, too, like, oh, at least he's not killing any of them, and then just chucks them out the window.
Shut up first that time. What?
He's still going.
Oh, shit! I thought he'd be long gone.
Oh, give me that.
Oh, a little too late, boys.
He's just taking pictures.
Well, I'm not gonna fight him.
Whoa! What a stunt.
Not even like a crazy cinematic camera shot, just like a flat, like on the ground. That was amazing.
That was awesome. All in one shot, too. There, it was like
that was like a legit fucking nice motorcycle. Just, holy God.
But now the whole lid was really blown off. The maniac had been identified.
Yeah, can I publish the story now, you pieces of shit?
Yeah.
Janos Skorzny, born in Craiesti, Romania, 1899.
1899.
70 years old? Come on, Bernie, your boys have come up with a wrong man.
Mia forgetting it's the 70s. Over 100 years old.
Could I have meant to say something?
Mr. Kolchak, you have the floor.
Kolchak, you keep it short.
I know that the only way you're going to get him is if you proceed under the assumption that he's a real live vampire. Oh, now.
What did I say?
Oh, wait a minute. When did I lose this last dollar?
Wait till I lose this last dollar.
You gotta hold out until you're completely empty.
That's what it's like.
I have never, ever seen anything like this.
Finally going to believe.
I don't even want to think about it.
It's interesting how he's the one pushing the narrative to everybody, but then he's acting to her like he's skeptical about it, being a vampire. Like, does he actually not believe it?
Like, I think he knows how crazy it is, but he also knows that it's the only. I mean, he's seen it happen.
Yeah.
But I like how he's the only one buying into it.
I mean, he's not even really presenting it as it's a vampire. He's like, but you gotta act as if it is, which is, makes sense.
Yeah.
But of course, everyone, oh!
Because he's behaving as one, so if you want to catch a person behaving as one, you gotta hunt it that way. No. It's like, we can't have the citizens stop spending money.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. Woo! Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, they found him? Oh, shit.
Oh, here we go. Make sure to go up to him one at a time. Well, no, to be fair, he had the two guys on him and he just threw them.
That's true.
Oh!
Oh, yeah!
There you
There we
go.
go. Dog pile. He's going to do the big show spot.
Yep.
Basically.
Oh! There you go.
Oh, shit.
I'm trying to think, do vampires have anything against water? I don't think so. As long as it's not holy water.
As long as it's not holy water, yeah.
A pool full of holy water in Vegas? I don't think so. Unless they're at one of those chapels.
He still gets away.
Why is no one shooting this guy?
I mean, they said they shot him at point blank range at the other incident.
Oh! Now he's going to have to believe. Just no effect. Now, how much do you want to bet they're going to be like, he was wearing a vest? Did they have those back then?
You don't know what you saw. Sir, 8 of your officers have all agreed to my story.
They've all corroborated. No, they're all fired.
What are we going to do?
Now, are you willing to listen to my insane ideas?
Kolchak, get out of here.
Let Kolchak have his say.
Oh, okay. This
There
guy's
we go.
finally flipped.
Because if you don't follow my suggestions, you're going to be chasing your suspect till doomsday.
Kolchak,
Just get on with it.
But you're telling me like no other news station or reporter or anything is reporting on this? They gotta be, right?
Well, you got to think. I mean, how many people are like this guy? I mean, and he's getting told to shut up by everyone. Imagine all the reporters just falling in line, you know.
I guess, yeah.
That have been fired multiple times in every city.
Each man in the field is to be issued one of these.
Oh, man.
Where'd you get that?
Well, I have a friend who's got a furniture repair store. I woke him up and had him make.
I woke him up.
Corsini is to be taken alive and held for trial.
Trial?
If it turns out you were wrong, you're to be out of town in 12 hours.
All right, I'll take it.
12 hours, not even 24?
Because I know I'm right.
But what exactly would he be wrong about? Like, if they're not going to try to kill him anyway? Just his advice in general?
Like, oh, he's not a vampire, so you have to leave, but he still killed all those people. Don't look in the rearview mirror.
This shot is way too suspenseful.
And the score, and that look.
Oh, okay, someone else, okay.
What are you doing driving off?
Oh, this guy.
To talk to you. I saw your car parked here, so I got in to wait for you, and I got sleepy.
This guy's like in a bunch of stuff, isn't he?
He looks super familiar.
Yeah, he looks so familiar. I'm going to have to look him up.
Looks like the Psycho House.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Probably is. Face powder. Now, I think it's face powder in the sense he wants to look like a vampire, or face powder in the sense he wants to look normal during the day.
That's a good point. Well, I don't even think he would go out during the day, right?
If he's like a legit vampire, the way this is setting it up, yeah.
I mean, it is nighttime. He's probably not even there.
Yeah, he's probably out hunting. Think he's going to be here sleeping? You went at the worst time, dude. Or he knows he's not going to be there.
Yeah, and then to get out of there.
Because he's not there to kill him, I don't think.
Also, he hasn't killed, I mean, except for the guy he chucked out the window, but like, in terms of intentionally, he's only been killing women.
It's true. He has, 5 female victims that we know of.
I wonder if that's like a vampire thing. They can only drink females' blood. I think that is pretty, like, stereotypical of their lore.
Yeah. Maybe they think it's gay. It's like, yeah, I don't want to.
I ain't gay.
But I don't know. Also, I think in like media film, I think it's more sympathetic towards like the female characters if they get murdered.
There you go.
Oh.
I will say though that it would be very interesting if it was like him just acting to be a vampire, but then it's like, how do you explain the super strength, in getting shot? It would have to be very elaborate.
Yeah, there would have to be some crazy Star Trek TOS last 5-minute exposition scene explaining why what's happening.
I think it's definitely more likely the case that it's legitimate.
Well, with the $50 to $75 million from his father left over, he was able to buy steroids. But the side effect of the steroids was that he couldn't go out during the day.
And for some reason also didn't change his physique at all. He was still very skinny.
In fact, in order to maintain just a normal physique, he needed to consume an insane amount of human blood. There you go, explained.
But how do you survive the gunshots?
Oh, it's a movie. Don't think about it.
Just the fact that I'm even like considering that is like, it's how grounded the movie has been.
Oh, yeah.
Like giving us nothing. Oh! Still alive? She's the missing woman, right?
Ooh, maybe, yeah.
With the dog, Shelby?
Oh, God. She still has a bite on her neck, though. Oh, look how skinny she looks.
He's, like, using her, but then why would he do that when he's, like...
Maybe instead of stealing blood, it's like, oh, I'll just keep one alive.
Oh, is it because once they started to get onto him, he's like, I can't risk this anymore?
Maybe, yeah. Well, that's him.
I mean, still pretty risky. I mean, it's basically Dawn.
Yeah, he's here.
You gotta put the tape back on her mouth.
Oh, yeah.
Hold still. It won't stick.
That's what's about to happen here. The tape's gonna fall off, and he's gonna be like... Maybe she takes a picture with his flash photography.
Yeah, like you can't turn the flash off. Shit!
Oh, now he's hooking her up. Is it like an IV?
Maybe she's too drained.
Literally said hold still.
So she has to pump her full of blood to get her back up to normal.
So it's like keeps her as a blood bank, but then he still has to go get blood anyway. Maybe he has to suck it out of a human. Like he can't just drink blood.
They definitely found the perfect actor to be a fucking vampire. Never even heard of this guy. I don't even know his name. He looks better than Christopher Lee and Bela Lugosi, in my opinion.
Wow.
This guy looks fucking scary as shit. He's got the teeth. Can he hold the cross and hammer a fucking stake into his heart at the same time?
Just use the end of the cross.
Oh, yeah.
To hammer it in.
Oh, no!
And now he's gone. Oh, you're done.
Whoa! 70s snap zoom.
I love how they just show him and, there's no added noise. It's like, no, just show him.
Yeah, the jump scare was seeing her on the bed. That was the long build-up. I'm leaving now.
Oh!
Whoa!
Oh, no!
He's gonna fight the allegations. I don't only bite women.
Oh, he's gonna turn him? Oh, here we go!
Oh, finally, doing your job.
Is he gonna be already bitten?
I don't think so.
Whoa! Gun's not gonna do anything.
Come on, you're the one who proposed the guns did nothing. Get out your fucking mallet. Oh!
There you go. That's classic right there.
There you go. Tabletop.
Oh, man. His eyes. This guy is excellent. Oh, Jack, you're under arrest.
You're killing this innocent man. Damn.
Jack was sentenced to life.
Do you think they'll print it?
I know they will. We've got an agreement.
The way they framed that, I totally thought it was going to be like a Night of the Living Dead ending where they kill him, or even though like the other guy was there, the police officer was there, or whoever he is.
I'm married.
I feel like something's gonna happen. Shoe's gonna drop.
Let's see you over at the DA's office. Why don't you run over there now? Go, Jack. You're one hell of a reporter.
Thank you, sir.
Or theory is that the police and that guy, they're all vampires, but the vampire they caught was a rogue one, and they're pissed at him for going rogue.
You broke up our stakeout, charged in there in front of us, and killed Janos Skorzeny before we had a chance to do anything.
Now, if you plead insanity, you might get lucky, but I promise you this. You'll be committed to an asylum for the rest of your life.
If you open your mouth, we'll find you, bring you back, use this warrant, and put you away forever.
Wow.
Damn, under the rug.
I mean, I guess their motivation just being what they said earlier about
not letting
panic and stuff like that.
So that's it. The book's finished. And now you'll have to judge for yourself.
He's putting this whole thing on a book. I totally forgot about this, by the way. This whole opening.
After the death of Janos Skorzeny, he and all of his victims were immediately cremated.
Wow.
Is that it?
Wow.
Damn.
That's great.
And he's just gonna plan to release this, obviously?
Release a book.
Wow, no music over the credits either.
Yeah, it's not one of those, happy go. That's a great ending right there. It's like, this is the reality of the world. You know what I mean? How many things of this have happened and just shoved under the rug to keep, the world from panicking? Oh, you know what Barry Atwater was in?
Star Trek?
Star Trek. You know who that is?
No, who is it?
It's Surak.
Oh, wow.
From the Abe Lincoln episode, yeah.
Wow.
That's his top credit, too.
Top credit. Wow, that's awesome.
Guy died in 1978.
Oh, he was Cogley in Court Martial.
He was the guy with all the books.
Yeah.
I knew he looked familiar.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I absolutely loved it. I thought that was excellent. Honestly, I think it might be something that even we should follow up with a more full discussion if you're on the same page. But I love from the acting to the whole premise and the way it was executed here, everything. I mean, this is the kind of horror that I love where it's not, I don't know. I mean, like, I always go back and forth because I can love silly horror and love, more like over the top stuff, but something like this that's so grounded and kind of just uses the horror elements to make the good story, I just really enjoy, and the whole classic feel of it. I just really love, like, everything about it.
Yeah. In terms of stuff I never want to see again, this would fall nowhere near that category. I would love to just have a casual sit down and watch this again. Yeah, I love this. Just that whole 70s vibe, that feel. Probably shot on film, maybe? I don't know.
It had to be, yeah.
I mean, the quality is just absolutely crazy. Yeah, going down the Vegas Strip and those camera angles from like the car, the lights, and just the main guy, like his whole character, just like a great through line through this whole story here, and the whole question of, is he a vampire? Is he not? Well, honestly, never know. I mean, the suggestion is that he was, but I just love the whole cover up at the end. And it feels like that's how life is, especially, like, I feel like this reporter, if he existed in the world today, I mean, he'd be even 10 times more crazier. It's like, what is this? Why are we reporting all this bullshit? This isn't happening. One of the most terrifying villains and one of the best vampire portrayals by Barry Atwater, who was in Star Trek. Crazy. Surak. No, I loved everything about this, and just the whole mystery vibe, and how this predates, Halloween, and like, I felt like there's a lot of good original stuff in here that predates a lot of stuff that we're like, oh, that's from this, and that it came out after this. No, and for like a very short runtime, yeah, it's just wonderful.
Yeah, Darren McGavin is who plays Carl Kolchak, and everything about him was excellent. First of all, just the actor, such a charismatic guy, fits this character of Kolchak so well, and carries a lot of what could be in a lesser-made thing, the boring parts of the movie, like the parts that would be okay, we got to set this up, we got to get the exposition going. His charismatic, style and the way that he acts in this character, like, carries you through that. The material was good anyway. I'm not saying it would have been boring without him, but he just kind of carries you through, anything that could be lacking, in that kind of first act. He hooks you in because he's such a great character, and the way he interacts with all these different cops and the sources that he has, like his friend, there. That's all so great.
Yeah, he's definitely the guy that can carry you throughout this whole movie. Like, he's interesting enough, charismatic enough, interesting enough to where there's no boring parts with them, or he commands your attention. And just charisma out the ass.
And I love the angle of it that he's not a detective, but he is a reporter, which kind of, as a reporter, you do some detective work, but you're not, like, professionally given the same respect. So, he's an annoyance to the cops. Like, he's an annoyance to everyone. And I just really loved that. And I loved, all the actors here were great and all believable. But I really loved the way that the story was framed through his point of view. So, like, as you said about the vampire, like, yeah, while it's essentially confirmed, like, yes, this is a vampire from everything they tell us, there's nothing that kind of disputes that, it all still just feels so real to this world that they've created that, it's like, oh yeah, I totally believe this could happen in real life. I don't even think vampires exist. But like, I believe it, like, because it was so well portrayed here, and I love that it was all through his POV. We do get some scenes, like, with the vampire on his own killing people, but, like, it's mostly through his own discoveries, Kolchak. Also, I just love that name, Kolchak. Like, it's so striking and unique,
Carl Kolchak.
Like, I'll always remember it, Kolchak immediately. But yeah, I definitely see why this was successful at the time. I'm surprised I have never heard about it before, the requests we've gotten for it, and then I just saw it, this Blu-ray in the store, in the video store, and I was like, oh yeah, I've heard about this one. So yeah, this was like this is up there with, like, Search for Spock, like, as far as, like, favorite things we've watched on the channel on a first-time watch. Like, I loved this a lot. And it's short! It's fucking short! Like, thank you! Imagine this being dragged out for, like, 2 hours, 15 minutes,
Yeah, like, felt like we were watching like a full feature too, and it was only what 76 minutes.
Yeah, like 70-ish minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, not bad at all. Yeah, and I love the whole thing. Like his whole relationship is based on his relationship with the police and how he gets like the first bit at the stories. Feel like because he has that relationship with that police, but it's that relationship with the police that ends up screwing him over. In the end, it's like, well, here's a warrant for your arrest, unless you don't publish the story. It's like, oh, here's your story, and it's like, oh, very basic, doesn't go any into detail about the vampire stuff. It's like, damn.
And it was kind of, that was, I feel like, his big mistake. They were right. Like, he did just go in there without them and do all that.
That's true, he did, yeah.
He didn't trust that they were going to kill him, though. But what's interesting to me was that his whole character motivation was kind of like seeming like he doesn't really care about this vampire, whether he lives or dies. Like, he didn't care about the women being killed. Like, he even said in the one scene, like, oh, you're only in this for a byline. He's like, who cares what it matters to me? So it was interesting that at the end, he does decide to kind of make the hero play and try to save the woman and kill this vampire rather than just kind of let it take its course. But yeah, I would love to actually, think about this a little bit more, probably watch it again on my own and revisit it in a more formal discussion. I enjoyed this a lot. And like, this is the type of stuff I hope that we get to find and discover, doing more of this stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Not always going to be a short film. I mean, it might be a little bit harder to find something this good in in a 22-minute TV episode, but I'm sure some really good ones are out there. But yeah, I enjoyed this a lot. Last thing I'll say, and then I'll throw it to you for last words. Really, really respect the lack of the cheap horror stuff. Obviously, I know it's a 70s, so it's a different time anyway, but that whole third act of the vampire's house, you're waiting for that jump scare.
It makes you wait for it uncomfortably long.
There was no jump scare in this movie. Like, the first shot here we see of the vampire, it just cuts to it.
Oh yeah, it was like, very Exorcist-like. The Exorcist didn't really have any jump scares, but it would often cut to like Pazuzu or whatever. It's like, oh shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, just cut to his eyes in the car. Cut, in the hospital, the nurse just walks in and he's just there. Like, there's no, element to it that makes you, loud noise. It was all done so well.
Fantastic. Just a different time, a different world where things are so much better.